So my name is Nancy Moline, and I've done hair for 31 years. And what started this journey was I was doing hair at my previous job in the break room, and someone planted the seed and said, "You should do this for a living. You're really good at it." And I just was one of those people that I really didn't know what I was going to do. And then, like 3 months later, that voice came back in my head where she said, "You should do this for a living. You're really good at it." And then I went to La James and I signed up, and I never looked back. And 31 years later, I still love my job. And there's not a day that goes by that I don't like coming to work. And it's just been awesome because I get to choose my hours. I have a clientele. I've, done all those years of hard work, weekends and nights. So now I get to enjoy the rewards and take vacation and just enjoy the life of a hairstylist. And really, I did all of that education and everything, and I really feel like I'm good at what I do, and that's such a great feather in my cap. And I think that's why I like coming to work. I'm a people person, so seeing my coworkers and my clients and my job. I mean, I guess it's just the whole kit and caboodle.
Hi, I'm Angie Lashbrook, and I am at KJ and Company Salon, and we are in Cedar Falls, Iowa, in a new development in the industrial park of Cedar Falls. So we've got a lot of new businesses around us. There's gyms, there's physical therapy, there's a great coffee shop. So a nice new development that is getting us a lot of new clients and families into our new facility. We have a staff of 24 right now, and that includes our hairstylists, our barbers, our estheticians, our front desk, and then we also have options for chair rent within the salon as well. So that shows that once you get out of beauty school, you'll have a spot here to start as an employee and to grow and to build. Right out of high school, I decided to go into beauty school, and not 100% sure that was maybe the right thing for me, but I always loved doing my own hair. So I thought, let's try to do other people's hair. And I always liked talking with people. I was a waitress all through high school. So just customer service was very important, speaking to people. I always enjoyed that. And because it's a shorter program, that really was enticing to me because I didn't see myself going to a 2 or a 4-year college. I wanted to get in there, do my education, and get out and make some money. So I was 19 or 18 when I started, got through the program in just over a year, and then started at a chain salon. In the area, they had 3 locations, so that was nice to have the support of a larger salon that did give a lot of education out, and I loved that. That, I think, really helped me feel more confident in myself and what I was doing. Then I had an opportunity to have an interview at KJ and Company. That was amazing. I met with the owner and the manager at the time, and we just had a really nice meeting about what they offer, what they do, and I was very impressed and decided it was maybe time to make a change. I had been with the previous salon for 3 years. Really didn't intend on leaving, but the opportunity came, and the money was nice. Was I the best student at school? No. And they can attest to that, I'm sure. Would I call in school on Saturday mornings once in a while? Yes. And then I would call in and they say, you're not sick, you just maybe went out a little too late last night. So come on in. And guess what? I came to school because I knew it was best for me. I had the encouragement of the staff there to get me through, and it's such a short time in your life to go to school, to get this degree. Just get in there and get it done. And you do go through the roller coasters of it's amazing and it's great at first, and then you kind of go through a little bit of a lull, like, oh, when am I going to get done? And then you get through that and you get towards the end and you can see the light at the end of the tunnel, and you know that you're almost there. And there's a place out there for everybody. And I always recommend going to all these different salons and doing a little job shadowing and see what their vibe is and how well you feel like maybe you would fit into their vibe. finding the right salon spot is ideal, and don't wait till the end. That is totally my advice, is don't wait till a week before graduation to start looking for a job. One, if you start looking a few months before you graduate, that is very impressive to everyone you're going to interview with, because you're taking charge, you're planning to have a job before you even graduate, which I think is ideal. That always impresses me a ton when I see somebody months before they're graduating trying to plan out and figure out where they're going, because guess what? That makes you so much more excited to finish up those hours and get to that graduation.
Hi, I'm Lisa Shelberg. I've been with KJ and Company for the past 27 years. I've been doing hair now for 34. Originally, I come from South Dakota and went to school there. Well, I've always wanted to do hair, and it was a concern of mine starting out, how I was going to make money. And I learned very quickly that if you want to be a hairstylist, you have to commit fully, and that means that you have to work the nights and you have to work the weekends, because that's when the majority of your customers have the time to come in to see you. So doing that, of course, as time goes on, having been doing hair for 34 years, I can adjust my schedule. I feel more now like I have a 9-to-5 job. It'll only work for you if you work it, and you meet a lot of really cool people and you get to have lots of conversations. And I know some nights my husband gets really upset with me because he's learned something on the news that I'm at work and not watching the news, but I already heard about it. So he gets a little frustrated because he wanted to be the first to tell me. I'm like, well, I do talk to people during the day. So yeah, you just make relationships with your customers and with your coworkers, and you do everything you can to help your coworkers, whether they need to work in a haircut in between their color. You may shampoo their color for them, give them that little extra time that will help them put that additional service on their books for the day. And they do it for you as well. As far as making money goes, I think it's important to visit with your clientele and see if you can expand on their services. That will build, more of your paycheck. A lot of people come in for just haircuts, but if you introduce them to color, that's a great way of changing their style without cutting their hair shorter. Doing eyebrow waxes, anything to upsell will definitely show on your paycheck. And I feel like your customers do appreciate that, because it's something they can do for themselves and feel great about themselves.
I'm Erica McStorff, been in the industry for 23 years now. I am desk coordinator and inventory here at KJ & Company. I've been here just over 2 years. Kind of like another one of my coworkers, seen every avenue under the sun, but never left. It's an environment that I don't want to be out of. Whether I'm behind the chair, behind the desk, it's just fun. It really is. It's a lot of what you put into it is what you're going to get out of it. And that's what it comes down to. It can take you so many places. I've gotten to travel because of it. I've gotten to meet people that I would have never in a million years thought I would have ever met. You get to be the first for people too. That person sitting in your chair that maybe hasn't told their family that they're pregnant. They're going to tell you. The first one to tell they're engaged, because, they're not ready to tell their family. They want to keep their baby's name a secret, but it's okay to tell you. Like, it's awesome the things that people share with you, and you get to take that with you and know that they trust you enough to do that. I've made friends for life with, my guests, and can't change that. I just know I wouldn't change it for the world. It's not just a career, it's a lifestyle. It's your family, it's everything to you.
My name is Andrea Westendorf, and I am the owner of Beyond Beauty. I originally did not come into this industry wanting to be part of this industry. It was kind of just by happenstance. I made some really poor life choices. And I was sitting at a table one day with my mom eating, and she asked me if I was ever going to do anything with my life. And Le James commercial came across the TV, and I'm like, I thought about doing hair. And then within 2 weeks, I was enrolled in the program. I think I started about 2 months after that and took it, and after the first 2 weeks, actually really liked it. I liked the program and I liked the stuff that came with it. I realized that I did maybe have a passion for it. That's when I got serious about the program, actually put the effort into learning it. And then within probably a month and a half after graduating, I had my first job. It was a 3-chair salon. I outgrew the salon within the first year, was approached by another company to take over their salon, purchased their business, and then actually was approached by the LeJames program again and asked to come back as an instructor. Went back and became an instructor and ran my shop on the side. And with my original license that I got through the program, I added another license on, and now I'm the owner and operator of my paramedical tattooing business. When I first considered doing this was also one of those things that was just going to be a whim, because I like the learning process, and so it was just going to have another certificate and things. I went up to British Columbia and went to school under a plastic surgeon because I found a lot of interest in like the breast cancer stuff and doing areolas and things like that, and then working into the scar revisions. With my licensing, along with my cosmetology license, I'm able to do more of the aesthetic side of the services, and then on the other side, the breaking down and things like skin structure with the tattooing side. So the combination of the 2 licenses allow me to do like brows, liner, lips, areolas. We do body treatments for muscles and relaxation. We do detoxing treatments. We do facials, chemical peels, microderms, skin tightening, laser services, and things like that. When I started this, I'm just shy of 25 years of doing this. When I went to school, I did not realize how big this could actually be for me. I wish that I would have put more effort into the program when I went. I wish that I would have been able to see and plan better myself for what I would have now. I wish what I had in the program, I wish I would have figured out earlier that I could be a halfway decent stylist, a halfway decent tattooer. But if I showed up mentally, emotionally, and physically for my clients every single time, because that's the part of this industry that's important, then I wish I would have understood that before. Mm-hmm. I would have been more reliable. I would have been all those things, because really you don't have to be great at this job. You just have to be present for the people and how they need you. When a client walks through the door, they usually walk through with anxiety for the service, a little bit of low self-confidence and things like that. By the time we're done with the service and they're leaving and they're happy and they're relaxed, the satisfaction there is great, because I find that over the years, I really place my value on how I make other people feel about themselves. When I first started this again, like 10 years ago, it was a lot of investment in advertising, things like that. After the first year, I was in the low double digits for income. After 3 years, I was able to have enough income to completely and totally pay off my building. I was able to remodel, bring in employees, and add additional services, because the demand kept growing. Once somebody was in with one service and I built that relationship with that person, it opened up the door to go in and fix other things for that person. So it was constantly an evolving door, and constantly adding services and constantly growing. I think as the industry changes and it's almost like it's branching into a more medical side of it, and then watching and being educated on the doctor's side of it as well, they are able to take more estheticians on, more cosmetologists on to run programs and to do things for them and provide services through them. Mm-hmm. So I see it always growing. I actually see the financial part of it really growing over the next few years.
My name is Sean Bobst. I am the salon and wedding coordinator here at KJ & Company, and I've been here a little over 2.5 years. I have done so many different things in this industry. So I started off working behind the chair. I managed salons. I managed a wholesale supply store. I worked for a startup skincare company. I worked for a cosmetology school as well, and then now I'm here. Actually, I went to cosmetology school after I graduated from UNI. I have a public relations degree from UNI in business communications. I got laid off from my job. And my brother's mom had just finished cosmetology school, and she said it was so fun to like actually help people. And nobody is like coming in like, oh, I have to get my hair done today. You know, everybody's like, yay, I get to get my hair done today. So I was excited to like work with people and to help them feel good about themselves and do something that I thought was kind of fun. Now, I had never thought about it in high school at all. It was just kind of a whim when I got laid off from my job with my 4-year degree. Try everything. Being in school is the greatest place to fail because you have instructors that can help you, and you will never forget, never forget when you have like a mishap in school and the instructors help you. You will always remember the way that they helped you, and you will not make that mistake again. We are like turning clients away every day because we have more clients than we have staff that we have available to us. So it's a great career. It's really fun. It doesn't feel like a job. It feels like something fun that you're doing. There's lots of different things you can do in this industry. If you work, I worked behind the chair for a while, and then I went into being a manager, and then I went a dozen other different ways with this career. So you can make so much money in this industry if you work really hard. We have one girl that graduated from cosmetology school a year ago, and she has had so much growth in the last year. She has so many requests and so many, her books are pretty full. She like does color, and she does extensions and all certifications that she's taken, not necessarily in school, but after she graduated, because she was hungry in this industry and wanted to do more and be able to take care of more clients. We also have an esthetician that graduated in, I think, July. So 7 months ago. And she's almost always fully booked when she's here too, as well, because there's so many people also wanting, to take care of their skin and get pampering as well, and doing all different kinds of things in the industry. So how much you make is really up to you, because you're going to get out of it what you put into it. Being able to work evenings and weekends when you first start out, when guests are coming in because they're off of work, is really going to help you to get request and repeat clients as well.